Hello. Hi, everyone. I'm not sure if I'm live yet. How's everybody doing? This is Spill the Crime Tea. Thank you for tuning in. And I hope you have patience with me because I have not done this before. So, welcome to my channel. My name is Amy, and I am excited for everybody to be here today. Let me see the chat. There we go. Okay, cool. I can see them now. Hi, Offrin. Hi, True Crime in a Minute. And Christina. I want to figure out how to make this bigger so I can see all of the comments. Let's see. Okay, so today we are going to pretty much do a Halloween weekend live. Hi, Victoria girl. Thank you. Can everybody hear me okay, first off? I just want to make sure. I have no idea how to do any of this, so you guys please just bear with me. Okay, you can hear me? All right, cool. Okay. All right, so first of all, thank you everybody for joining. And Offrin, by the way, please drop the link to your Discord in the chat so everybody can join his Discord. It's actually a really, really cool Discord channel. Very open and free. You can say whatever you want. And yeah, so all right, let's go. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the broadcast that I'm doing. So we're going to look at 4 crazy true crime women that I have been following, or I was following. So the first one I want to start with is Casey Anthony. And I think everybody knows, hopefully everyone knows, that she was acquitted. She isn't, responsible, but we all know, like, the truth about it. I wanted to look at all these women that I have followed for, the true crime world and kind of just compare their overall interview tactics or experience. And I don't know, let's see what we can talk about. And let's go ahead with this. Let me know if you guys do this.
16th, 2008. It's about 13:20 hours. We're at Universal Studios. I'm here with Surgeon Allen. I'm here with
Can you guys hear this?
Detective Happy Wells. Also here with Casey Anthony. And Casey, we talked earlier this morning, and we're working a case looking for your daughter Kaylee. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. We came here to Universal Studios. We're sitting in a little conference room. Obviously, the door isn't locked. We just closed it so we can have a little bit of privacy.
For being a member,
And
Leslie.
a couple more questions came up we need to ask you about. Remember how I opened this whole thing in the morning?
Yeah.
By
Hi,
saying
Mary.
that, we need to get the complete truth and the snowball effect and how it goes? Okay. We're about halfway down that hill, 3/4 down that hill, and it's a pretty big snowball, which means that there's a lot of stuff going on right now. And I can tell you, just for a certainty, that everything you've told me so far has been a lie. I can tell you that with a certainty, and let me explain why. Since I left you this morning, I've gone to every address that you've told me. I've looked up every name. I've talked to every person that you wanted me to talk to or tried to. I've reached out. I've talked to your ex-boyfriend. I've talked to Amy. I've talked to Tony. I came over here. I've already talked to all the employees. I found out all these names that you're giving me are people that either never worked here or have been fired.
So, just for a little context, this is after she had them go to Universal Studios, where she said that she worked at. And literally lied about everything, which is mind-blowing to me.
Here for a long time ago. Okay, so where we are right now is in a position that doesn't look very good for you, and this is going to be your escape hatch, so to speak. Okay, this is going to be the point where you stop all the lies and you stop all the fibs and you tell us exactly what's going on. I'm just being straight with you, because obviously I know and you know that everything you told me is a lie. Correct?
I agree, Top
Not
Cat.
everything that I told you.
Okay, pretty much everything that you've told me, including where Kaylee is right now.
That I don't know where she is.
Sure you do. And
I absolutely do not know where she is.
Let me explain something. Together, a combined experience in this room, we all have about 30 years of doing this. Okay, both myself and Sergeant John Allen worked for the Homicide Division for several years. We've dealt with several people. We've always...
Thank you so much, Victoria Girl, for the super chat. I think it's a super chat, not a super sticker. I don't know yet, but I really, really appreciate your support. You're amazing. Thank you.
We've conducted thousands of interviews between the three of us. Happy's got 20 years, so just between the three of us, we've got several years. And I can tell you for a certainty that right now, looking at you, I know that everything that you've told me is a lie, including the fact that your child was last seen about a month ago, and that you
Leslie,
don't know where
this
she
is
is.
only
I'm very
audio
confident just by
version
having
of
talked to you
her
a short period of
interview.
time that you know where she is.
I don't.
You do. And here's the thing, we need to get past that, because we can sit here and go back and forth all day long about I don't, I do, I don't, I do. It's pretty obvious that everything that you've told us, nothing has been truth. You know where she is. Now, my question to you is this. We need to find Kaylee. I understand that right now, Kaylee may not be in very good shape. You understand what I'm saying? She may not be the way we or the way your family last remembers her. We need to find out from you where Kaylee is. This right now is this is going so far downhill, and this has become such a mess that we need to end it. It's very simple. We just need to end it.
I agree with you. I have no clue where she is.
Sure you do.
If I knew in any sense where she was, this wouldn't have happened at all. It wouldn't have happened whatsoever.
This stuff about Zanny, the caretaker or the nanny taking care of him,
It's the truth.
it's not the truth, because it went to the apartment complex. There's no person that ever lived there by that name. The apartment's been vacant since March, that same apartment. Now, the apartment that you pointed out to me, the 2-story apartment, that's an old folks home. It's right across the street from your ex-boyfriend's house, who you never mentioned.
Can I just say that the fact that she didn't even contact anyone at all I haven't revisited this case in a long time, but like the fact that she didn't contact anybody about her missing child for, I think it was 30 days is wild to me. Who does that? Like, I know where my kid is all the time. Like, it's like, it's crazy to me that she got away with it. She legally, I have to say, I guess, that she was acquitted and there were no, she wasn't charged of any crimes except, I think, lying to the police. But the fact that it took her that long to even tell her parents or anybody about Kaylee being missing is so weird to me.
And you said you wrote the address down because it was across the street. That's a lie, because I've already talked to him, and we've already been by the house, and we've already looked at everything we need to look at over there. Mm-hmm. Everything you told us is a lie. Well, now there's a couple of ways.
Thank you, Christina. Sorry, I'm still learning how to navigate all of this, so I'm trying to realize how to even make the comments, like watch them while I'm listening. So thank you guys for your patience, and thank you so much, Christina. You're the best. Yes, she was like OJ all over again. That was another wild trial that has too much going with it.
Goes right now, we can, I've never met you before, so I can look at you in one of a couple of ways. I can look at you as a person who's scared, who's concerned, and who's kind of afraid of what's going to happen because of something bad that happened before. Or we can look at you as cold, callous, and a monster who doesn't care, who's just trying to get away with something something bad that happened and trying to cover it up. It's going to be one of those two options. Now, from what I've already talked to you, okay, you seem like a very bright young lady. You don't seem like someone who has no education. All right. Now, what we have to do is we have to determine which way is this going to go. Are you a person who's scared about the consequences of what happened? Or are you scared about something that happened? Or are you really this cold, callous person who doesn't care about what happened? It's one of these two options.
I'm scared that I don't know where my daughter is. I would not have put my entire family.
Hold on. I want to ask you something.
Yes, sir.
Like you said, you seem like a pretty bright person. Okay, you're here willingly, right? You're here because you're here to try to help, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Your whole reason for talking to us is to try to help, right? Mm-hmm. Nobody's forced you to talk to us, right?
No.
You want us to. You're here because you called. You want us to help find your daughter, right? Mm-hmm. Now let me ask you something. I want you to put yourself in somebody else. Put yourself in my shoes for a minute, okay? Since you've talked to him this morning in an attempt to try to help find your daughter, you've given him bad addresses, okay? You drove me all the way out here. We walked from the gate back here on the way to your office, right? Okay? To an office that you don't have. We got all the way into the building, into the hallway out here before you finally says, well, I really don't have an office here. But up till then, we were walking to your office, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so does any of this make sense to you?
I understand how all of that sounds.
No.
Oh my God, Leslie, she lives close to you. That's crazy. I still can't think about her life. Like, how does she just live her life? I mean, I'm pretty sure that everybody knows who she is, honestly. And I'm not sure if any of you guys saw the documentary that came out where she was talking about it, where she finally was speaking her truth. I mean, I started watching a little bit of it, but then I couldn't even give her that. I couldn't. She's a liar. Everybody knows she's a liar. So what's the point of watching a documentary from her at all? Nothing she says makes sense. So it's crazy.
Here's the problem with that, though. Okay, you can carry the weight of this around for a long time. It's not going to get any easier. Okay, what he's trying to tell you right now, I'm going to tell you, in the amount of time that I've done this, almost 30 years now, okay? I've learned this. People make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. All the three of us have all made some mistakes in our lives. We've done some things we're not proud of, okay? But then there comes a point in time, you either own up to it, you say you're sorry, you try to get past it, or you lie about it and you bury it, and you lie about it and you bury it, and you lie about it and you bury it, and it just never, ever, 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 ever goes away, okay? That's it, okay? Now, I want you to stop and think about what's going on here, okay? At this point, we can explain that you're afraid, that you were ashamed of maybe something bad that happened, you were afraid maybe it would happen. But now that we're giving you this opportunity and you continue to lie and you continue to lie, then what happens at some point it becomes, there's no excuse, there's no reason, there's no reasonable person to look at us and go, wow, this is a person who really just doesn't care, okay? I mean, think about what we've done so far, okay? You say you call us because you want our help, you want us to find your daughter, okay? I'm calling you and I'm asking you for help. I'm asking you to help me find my child that's been gone now for a month, okay?
I agree, Victoria.
To help me find the child, what I've done to this point is I've given you a bunch of bad addresses to go look at, addresses that don't exist, okay? Then I take you to a place where I tell you that I work, okay? And I walk you past the security gate, okay, on the way to my office that I don't have, okay? You start to get the picture? Or do you understand where we're headed here?
I understand.
Okay? Now, you're, by hiding this, by burying this, okay, you are not going to get yourself to a better place, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to cause everybody else around you to suffer, okay? And then at some point, this is going to come out. It always does. It always comes out, okay? Now, your best bet is to try to put this behind you as quickly as you can. Go to your parents and tell them, some horrible accident, whatever happened. Get it out in the open now, okay? Instead of letting them worry and worry and worry and worry, okay? How old are you?
22.
At some point, okay, you're going to want to mend things with your family, okay? You let this drag out.
At this point, I don't remember if her family was on her side because I know that her mom and dad and brother were very supportive of her in the beginning, and they really were trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. But I'm really curious that, like, when he's saying this to her, I'm really curious to know, like, if at that point her family was worried. And yeah, Christina, her family, they were still on her side. And I'm not sure if anybody has seen I think I watched the documentary of her parents after she came out with her own documentary, and her dad is just done with her. Like, her dad wants nothing to do with her. If you remember in her trial, she obviously accused her dad of like SA, and I'm pretty sure that's unforgivable for him. But the mom still seems like she actually is, like, I get it. She's her mom and she wants to believe the best in her daughter, but lady, come on now.
For another 3 days, another week, another 2 weeks, okay?
I never believed that either,
some other
Christina.
way. We'll solve it. We always do, okay? Okay? I mean, there's no point in coming forward to say, oh my God, this is what really happened, once we figured it out, okay? You ever had anybody do anything wrong to you? You ever anybody hurt you in any way, okay? Let me ask you a question. When somebody's hurt you in the past,
Yes,
and
she
then come to
did
you and say,
for
I'm
your girl,
sorry.
which is so
Okay?
messed
I
up.
really am, I'm from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry for what happened. Do you forgive them?
Yeah.
What about somebody that does something to you and then lies, and lies, and lies, and lies, and lies? You forgive them?
It's a lot harder too sometimes.
A lot harder to? Tell me the last time somebody hurt you over and over and lets you suffer for a period of time and then lied about it, and then you
I
caught
agree,
them,
offer.
okay? Well, once you caught them, that apology didn't mean a hell of a lot, did it?
No.
Okay?
Not at all.
All right? Right now, your best bet is to just get it out in the open, whatever happened, and tell us now, okay? So we can kind of start getting past this. Try to help you explain, okay? Because keep in
Yes,
mind, you're talking to
Leslie.
people. There's nothing you're going to tell any of the three of us that's going to surprise us, okay? I've had to sit down with mothers who rolled over in their babies accidentally. I've had to sit down with mothers whose kids have drowned in swimming pools. I've had to sit down with mothers who had boyfriends who beat their kids to death, who felt horrible about what happened, and I've had to go to them and help them try to explain to their families, okay? And then I've also had to deal with people who have done horrible, unspeakable things to children, and then lied about it, and lied about it, and lied about it, okay? And I'll bet you somewhere in there I've probably dealt with somebody who maybe made a mistake, but continued to lie about it, that maybe they weren't such a bad person, but maybe the whole world didn't see it that way. Maybe their family didn't see it that way because they kept lying about it. And then when finally came, and then months down the road, or days down the road, when they finally decided to come forward, okay, people were past it. You've told me that you've lied to me for the last time. I don't listen to what you have to say. Don't talk to me anymore, okay? We've had to we've had to go into court and try to help people explain situations. And we've had to go into court in times and say,
I honestly don't
that person just
understand,
never said.
like,
They kept lying to
why
us
you
and
would
kept
even
lying to us and
lie.
lying to us. Okay, we're all human beings. Okay, I mean, you're smart. Figure it out. Okay. So far, well, the only thing that we can say for sure at this point, okay, is that you have lied to him about all these things. You brought us here, okay? All right? Now I want you to look at this from an outsider's perspective. Somebody somewhere down the road that we have to decide, how this all plays out. What would you do? How would you see that person? How would you see that person differently? You might see somebody, maybe a young mother who made a mistake and, maybe initially was afraid to tell the truth, but at some point came forward and said, horrible thing happened. I'm sorry. I feel terrible about it, but I have to tell you.
The horrible thing that happened, and this is the honest to God's truth of everything that I've said, I do not know where she is. The last person that I saw her with is Zenaida. She's the
Zanny
last
the
person that
nanny.
I've seen my daughter with.
See, here's the problem. I think Sergeant Allen's trying to get to this, is that we know that's not the truth. We know, listen.
Absolutely is.
We know that
Yeah.
that's not true. That can't be the
She's
truth.
the
Because if
best
that were the truth,
gaslighter, I think.
everything you would have told us would have been on the money. The addresses you would have taken us would have been on the money. Everything else would have matched. If you had told us the truth, we wouldn't be here at Universal Studios at a place that you've been fired since 2006. With you trying to explain to us, you have an office and all that stuff. We wouldn't be here. So we know, and this is the part we need to get past, we already know that you're not telling us the truth, that you know what happened to Kaylee and you know where Kaylee is. But here's what we're trying to get by, is that you fall into one of two categories, and now I'm sure he explained it and I explained it, is that if this is something an accident that happened, and no matter
Absolutely, Mary.
how you think people are going to look at you, they're going to look at you a lot worse if you continue showing that you're callous or not caring, and that you just show complete dispassion and disregard for human life. Or they can look at you as someone that, you know what, I can understand, I'm a young mother, or she's a young mother, first child, something horrible happened. She's thinking, oh my God, my life isn't going good right now. I already know my life is struggling. People don't see me in that great of a light. I know I got problems at home, I know I got problems with friends, I know I got problems at work or lack of work. All of a sudden, something bad happens to my child, and people are going to think, I'm just a devil. See, there's a difference between this person who makes a mistake and says, listen, I'm sorry, this is the reason I lied to you, this is the reason I was scared, compared to the person who might sit here and say,
Yeah,
I have no idea what you're talking about. There's a big difference there. And I can tell you now that everything you told me is a lie. Everything that you've told me this morning from Zenny, from the addresses, from Universal, from all these people that you've talked to, including people that you never told me who their names, and I found them and talked to them. Everything that you've told me this morning is a lie. Every single thing. There's one of two options right now. You need to tell me the truth, and we can work with that. Or if you continue down this path and continue lying, I can tell you that when this snowball gets to the bottom of the hill, the only person who's going to get hurt is you.
That's not true.
Love that you're here.
A lot of people around you get hurt.
Your
A lot of
parents.
people are hurting right now, and
And you know what? One person put a stop to that.
I've been trying.
You haven't been
Wait
trying.
a minute, okay. Let's go through this again, okay? Stop me at the part that I say that's not true, okay? I want to go through this, and I want you to stop me at the part that isn't the truth, okay? You take your daughter and you drop her off on June the 9th, okay? At somebody, at a babysitter's house, okay?
So, Top Cat, I think this is my theory on this case. I don't know. This is just me obviously speculating. I think that Casey wanted a party, go out, like be in the party life. She was a young mom. And I think that she drugged Kaylee. I don't think that she thought that she was gonna kill her. I think that she, like Zanny the nanny, like obviously, I think later it came out that meant like it could have been Xanax or something. And then also the Google searches about the chloroform. Like I'm wondering if she put her to sleep and she never woke up. Now, I will admit that there are things that I don't remember because it's been such a long time since I really followed this case, but I know that her mom took the fall for the whole chloroform thing or like searching it on her Google on their family computer. But I honestly think that Casey like used maybe too much chloroform or Xanax or something, like, and like put her to sleep so she could go out partying and then she never woke up. That's what I think. And I don't know, but that's what I've always thought. That was my theory and everything. I mean, she's a crazy ass bitch. Like who goes out partying when their child is missing, and who takes 30 days to even report it? Also, her parents never heard of Zanny the nanny before, ever. Like, my parents would know everything about whoever is watching my daughter. I mean, it comes up in casual conversations, right? Like, my daughter was in a daycare for a while and my parents knew the name of her because they would have to pick her up. My mom, my mother-in-law, like if for some reason my husband and I couldn't pick her up, they would know who she was with, where she was, this, that, so it's so strange to me that she, nobody heard about this babysitter that she had the whole time. Like, I just can't with her. Sorry. That was my rant. Let me go back.
Now, this is a babysitter that lives at this apartment, okay? That's been
I
vacant.
dropped her off at that apartment,
Okay.
at
With-
those stairs.
Oh, you just walked her, you dropped her off and,
Walked her to the stairs. That's where I've dropped her off a bunch of other times, besides just that day.
okay, and when you dropped her off, who took her at that point?
Zanny did. She took her
Okay,
at
so
that
you
point.
left her in Zanny's care on June the 9th, okay? So far, that's right,
Yes.
okay? You first call the police about this when your mother and
That's
father.
true, Christina.
Okay,
That's a good point.
actually, you don't call the police to report your daughter, Nelson. What happens is your parents find their car that's been towed from Amscott, and your parents ask you where your daughter is, and you tell your daughter, or your parents, you haven't seen your daughter for over a month, right? That's true, okay? So I haven't told anything, so far I haven't said anything that's not true, okay? That's true, okay? That's truth, sounds reasonable to you, correct? Okay? When the police do get involved, okay, when your parents involve the police in an attempt to locate your child because they're worried, the first thing you do, okay, is you lie to the detective whose job it is to try to find your daughter and get her back into safe hands, okay? You give him all kinds of bad addresses to look at, right? Okay, so far I'm on track, correct? Okay, then you bring us out
that's
to
true.
Universal,
Often
where
about
you
the
say you
tape.
work in an office to try to help find stuff that will help us find your daughter. I'm on track so far, okay? And we get here, we walk all the way down the hall to where you tell us, you don't really work here. You don't have an office here, okay? So far everything I've said is true, correct? Okay? Now that sounds reasonable to you, okay? I'm telling you this story. I'm saying to you, listen, I dropped my child off 5 weeks ago at the babysitter's house. She's just disappeared. No, I didn't call the police and tell them. Matter of fact, I made some attempts to locate her on my own, but I didn't really get the police involved or, do anything like that, okay? And, oh, by the way, I got my mom and dad's car towed, and then when my parents asked me what happened to my daughter, I told them I hadn't seen her in 5 weeks. So they called the police, okay? Now, what I did is I lied to the police when they got there, okay? I told them a whole bunch of crap that isn't true, gave them a bunch of bad addresses to go look at where I know my daughter's not there. And I did all this to try to help find my daughter. Makes sense to you, right? That makes sense to you? It makes sense to you that I'm trying to help the police find my daughter by giving them a bunch of bad addresses? That makes sense to you?
Sorry, I just realized how to make the chats pop up. That's cool.
That's what I said, yes.
No, I'm asking you, that makes sense to you. My attempt,
That part of it, no.
my attempt to help him find my child, okay, what I've done to try to help him find my child is I've given him a whole bunch of addresses to go to that are bad addresses. That's what I did to help him try to find my child. That makes sense to you?
I took him to the last place that I've seen my daughter. Besides that, I took them to other places that I've
Okay, when you brought us here, to go look in your office, that was supposed to help us how? Because everything we're doing here is about finding your daughter, okay? So I want you, okay, to explain to me how coming here to go to an office that you don't have, I want you to tell me how that's helping us find your daughter. Because every bit of focus right now, okay, you got 3 people here to try to help you. That's what we're here to try to help you find your daughter.
I think
okay?
I would pick Jody
Right?
too.
We came here to look for clues, to look for evidence that will help us find your daughter, okay? Now I want you to tell me how that's helping find your daughter. We're here to come search your office for anything that will help us, okay? And we're here because you brought us here, right? Now I want you to tell me how that's helping us find your daughter.
It's not.
But everything we're doing is to find your daughter. That's the most important thing to know to you right now, right?
Kaylee's been up here. Maybe we can talk to security to see if she's come through the front. I know she's come to the park. She's gone to Disney. She's been at SeaWorld. She's been at other places.
Let's go back to
It's
we're
a
here.
backwards way of
No, it's
looking.
and why do you think it's backwards? It's backwards because you haven't been truthful with us, okay?
Because I've been reaching.
Well, you've been reaching, huh?
I've been reaching to try to figure out a place where she actually is.
So once again, okay, because you never did answer my question. You're reaching and helping find her by bringing us here to this office that you don't have. Is helping us find her how? Because what you're doing right now is you're doing everything you can to find your daughter. You have 3 experienced detectives right now whose sole focus is here to help you find your daughter, okay? And we're here because you brought us here, correct?
Absolutely.
You directed us here because we're going to your office to find evidence that will help us find her, okay? Now that we're here, I want you to tell me how that's helping. What is it we're doing here?
Yeah,
What's
what are you
helping us,
doing?
okay? What kind
Besides
of office
lying?
doesn't exist?
It's not
So why'd you do it?
Honestly, I wanted to come up and try to talk to security. Maybe pass around a picture of Kaylee. I legitimately have not seen my daughter in 5 weeks. I didn't let anything happen to her.
Yet
Except
she's
I
not
trusted
crying
her with
about it.
somebody that had been taking care of her, that had been taking good care of her. Someone that she was comfortable with, that I was comfortable
What
with.
about Jeff? You said Jeff worked here till about 2 months ago?
No, he hasn't worked here for quite a while.
10 months? How long?
It's been at least 10 months.
Okay. He got fired in 2002. He hasn't been an employee here since 2002. And what about the girl?
Does anyone know, like,
Yeah, what about her?
you mentioned
She
this
left 2
guy,
months
was
ago.
that her
That's
boyfriend?
exactly what she had told me.
Julia Lewis never worked at Universal Studios.
I'm sorry. Is the baby's daddy actually dead?
It's a good question. What are we going to find?
Would your,
I
How do you-
I still have a copy of the obituary at home.
I mean, you've told us so many untruths right now, I'm confused. Would your parents be upset if you had given the baby back to daddy and to take back for his grandparents, or for his parents to take care of?
He passed away last year. We hadn't even talked much before that.
Let me ask you this, is the obituary in your office?
No. I think I have a copy of the obituary at home. There's no office, so there's no anything anywhere. We've made that clear already.
Right.
So if I have a copy of it still, it would be on my computer at home. I'm pretty sure I kept that. I don't think that's something I would have gotten rid of.
Who was the baby daddy?
Zanny has never worked here. How do you explain that?
She has an ID. She has an ID with her name on it.
Just
I've
like you
seen
have,
it.
just like you have an ID?
I do have an ID somewhere at my house. Both of my parents have seen it.
Just
Both
like
of my
you have an
parents know
office?
that I've worked here. I used to have an office.
Now, just like you have an office?
Used
No,
to.
I don't have an office now.
And we're here to go to what, to do what? We're here because what?
Try and put things together.
No, we're here in this building because we put a lot more together than I think you realize we put together. My question to you is, we're in this office because we got here how? To do what? Our purpose in coming here was to do what? Go where?
I guess there wasn't a purpose. There wasn't a purpose whatsoever to come up here.
So we're wasting time, valuable time, that ought to be spent looking for your daughter.
I'm trying to think of places
No,
where I know she's been.
You're not
that could
answering my
help.
question. Do you want us to help?
Yes,
You want to help
I
find your daughter?
do.
Victoria
Well,
girl.
you need to help.
You're the best.
A good starting point would be to answer the questions, okay? If I say to you, we're here because, and then you just ignore that, like as if I never asked it, and go off in some other direction, is that answering the question?
No.
Okay, all right. Let's go through this again. We're here because.
Yeah.
We got here how? To do what?
Because I lied. Because I brought you up here. And honestly, I was reaching for
No, stop
another
right
avenue.
there. I want you to tell me how lying to us is going to help us find your daughter.
It's not going to.
Huh?
It's not going to.
Well, then if the main thing you want to do is find your daughter, and you don't think lying to us is going to help us find her, why would you do that?
Because I'm scared. And
Yes,
I
you
know
are.
I'm running out of options. It's been a month.
What are you scared of?
I'm scared of not seeing my daughter ever again.
Okay,
I'm
if you're
absolutely
scared,
petrified
if you're
not seeing
scared of
her.
not seeing your daughter again, okay, I want you to tell me how lying to us is going to solve that problem and help find your daughter quicker. Because if that's what you want, okay, obviously you're doing things to help us find your daughter, right? And I want you to tell me how lying to us is getting to that end. How is lying to us helping find your daughter faster?
It isn't.
Then why would you do that?
But saying I don't know and telling you that I just dropped her off and that was the last time that I've seen her, even starting with that, everybody else is
Yeah.
like, well, and what happened after that?
You
I
That
might
can't
be
just
done
it.
with her.
Remember the phone call you were
She's-
telling us about?
Mhm.
Is that true?
Yes.
Did you actually talk, what day was it you talked to her?
Yesterday,
You remember what time of day?
around noon. It was from a private number.
Okay, and what'd she tell you? What'd your daughter say to you?
She said, hi, Mommy.
And that's it?
Oh,
And she started telling me a story, talking to me about her shoes and books.
It's
And
important that you tell me, I mean, maybe there's something in what she said that can help us figure out where she is. What did she say?
I tried to ask her where she was, and she just kept talking about the book that she's been reading. We have videos of her reading the story, and she's telling me the story.
So
Like,
she seemed
she's
happy,
enough
and
time,
she
she
seemed happy,
seems
and
fine.
spoke with
She's
her.
fine,
She seemed
happy.
perfectly fine. There was nothing in the background.
Telling you about a book, telling you seen no sign of any type of stress at all.
Not at all.
Great, that's wonderful. Let me ask you a question. Your daughter hasn't seen you in over a month.
And you're saying that everything contained in these statements are true and accurate?
okay. Well, this is
Also,
the
before I
end
turned on
of
the recorder, I
the
gave you a
case.
chance.
Let's go to the next one, which is, let me see where it is. Here we go. Miss Jodi Arias. And just so everybody knows, she was my... Sorry, my cat is trying to get out of the room right now. Give me 1 second. I'm going to let her out. We're now going to shift to Jodi Arias, which she was actually she popped my true crime cherry. Like, I will never get over this case. I will never get over how crazy it was. I watched, this was the first trial that I watched in real time. And there's so much about this case that's so crazy. Like, Jodi, okay, first of all, she was on the stand for, I think it was 18 days, which is that a record? Like, does anybody know? Like, I've never seen a defendant be on the stand for that long. All right, my old cat is coming up here. Oh my God, does she really, Christina? She has the same birthday as OJ? That's wild. That's crazy. Yeah, so Jodi was the first one the first trial that I saw in real time, that I followed nonstop and tuned into every day. So yeah. Give me 1 second. Let me let my cat out and I will be back. My cat's name is Lucy. She's 13 and she's blind now, I think. So she's like scratching to get out. I'll be right back. Just 1 second. And then we're going to go right into Jodi. Okay. Let's go to Jodi. So this one was, oops. This is where they, like, when Detective Flores pretty much told her it was over, that they were onto her. So
Like me.
That is you.
yeah, the linebacker.
You can look at the rest of it if you want.
He came at me like a linebacker.
There's a few more. Which I'll try not to show people because I don't want to put you out there like that to people. Let's just say I've seen all of you. And I've seen all of Travis. But the one that sticks in my mind of Travis.
Oh, I was in love with Juan too. I'm sorry. He was amazing as a prosecutor.
I'm not going to show you. Or should I? But this one I don't know if I should show you, but nothing bad. Too bad. But it's just one of the photos. It was taken by accident. And this is just a small portion of it. It's your foot, Jody. These are your pants. No, it's off color because we had to enhance it in the color.
I agree, Victoria girl. I get like I regardless of his personal life, I'm sorry, but like he was
This
a
is his bathroom.
badass prosecutor for this case.
That is not my foot.
These are your pants. It's a different color, like I said, because we had to enhance it and the color changes. The zipper back.
I have both of those pants at home. If these are the same one, I don't have a zipper there though. Not on mine. And this is a black stripe and this is white and the black goes around the bottom too.
Couldn't even recognize Travis. He'd been there so long.
Ugh.
I keep thinking of Brother Hyatt trying to dress him.
No, this is another one. It's just a copy, but it's you. Same day. All time stamped. All everything. First picture here. Let's see. The date. 6/4/08 at 5:22 p.m. That's when it started. Photo of you started, in Travis's bedroom, about 1:30, 1:45, something like
Yeah.
that.
I don't know what kind of camera he got.
There, see that?
That spot.
See the spots here? They look a different color because we use a chemical to enhance this. That right there, blood.
You're caught, girl.
It's a mixture of yours and his.
I love how she still tries to deny it.
Of your left palm.
I don't have any cuts on my left palm.
Her Mormon dry crime
Nobody
team.
said that. Your cut was on palm. Do you have any recent cuts that are healing?
Well, my cat scratches me. Little things.
Okay.
These are all her work. You can see. This is her. That's her. I've got scars. She's a feral cat. All these little things are hers.
Well, enough about your cat.
Oh, Christina,
Why is your palm print in blood?
so the photo was taken because the camera dropped. She dropped the camera, and when she did, it went off. Unfortunately for her. So yeah, that picture where she was literally cutting his throat open, she dropped the camera and it went off. The one with her foot and Travis's neck. Yep. She dropped the camera, so that's how it got taken. It was by accident. I don't think she even knew that it was taken because she did try to destroy the camera and it didn't work, obviously. By throwing it in the washing machine. Why didn't she take it with her? Like, she took the murder weapons with her. Why didn't she take the camera too? Like, I think maybe she didn't take it with her because it was Travis's camera. Now, yeah, Offren, the picture that we're talking about, it was at the end of the hallway, and she was kneeling down, and it was where at the end of the hallway where the pile of blood was, where they determined that that's where she slit his throat. And that's, yeah, they got that on camera. or she got it on camera. So
How can that be my palm print?
Because you were there.
how can that be my palm print?
That's before we used the chemical. We thought we'd get something from there, but this is where your palm print was. Right on the wall. I can go over and over and over again. Over and over again.
Yeah, it was. Hi, Mr. Poop. Into
There's no doubt in my mind that you were there.
Pinto
There's
Peace
no doubt in my mind
Body.
that you did this.
Hi, writing.
So you can go and
So
take a
good to
blue in
see
the
you
face and tell
here.
me you weren't there and you had nothing to do with it. I won't believe you. I will not believe it. Because Travis is telling me that you did this to him. That's my job. My job is to speak for him. And this is what he's telling me.
It's literally so cool to have you guys in here. If you know,
I
you
want to
know.
know why.
Like all of
It's killing me inside. I
That's
don't know
the
why.
thing, like, there's no reason for it. There's no reason why. There's no reason I would ever want to hurt him.
There's no way anybody else.
He never raped me. He
Nobody.
never.
There's no way
What does she say?
anyone else could have left your
Did she just say he never
hand
raped
blood
you?
on that thing. First picture here. Let's see. The date. 6408 at 5:22 p.m. That's when it started. Photo of you started, in Travis's bedroom. About 1:30, 1:45, something like
Yeah.
that.
I don't know what kind of camera he got.
There. See that?
That spot.
See the spots here? They look a different color because we use a chemical to enhance this. That right there is blood. It's a mixture of yours and his. And that's your palm print. Of your left palm.
I don't have any cuts on my left palm.
Okay.
Nobody said that your cut was on palm. Do you have any recent cuts that are healing?
Well, my cat scratches me. Little things. These are all her work. You can see. This is her. That's her. I've got scars. She's a feral cat. All these little things are her.
Well, enough about your cat, but why is your palm print in blood?
How can that be my palm print?
Because you were there.
What is this?
That's before we used the chemical. We thought we'd get something from there.
Sorry, guys. I'm still
is
trying to learn how to do
Right
this.
on the wall. I can go over and over and over again. Over and over again.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Pinto Peabody.
There's no doubt in my mind that you were there. There's
Yeah,
no doubt in my
Christina,
mind that you did this. None.
I, for some reason, I don't remember how, but I, sorry, came across I think I was Googling or looking something up, but I came across the autopsy photos. It was so horrendous. Like it's never gonna get out of my head. Like I'm never gonna forget that. It was so absolutely terrible. I saw it for a quick second and I clicked out of it because kind of shocked me, and like it's still in my head. So those pictures were just, my God. And I can't believe they were online, I guess. But I mean, I did also see Dan Markel's pictures, and those were not also those were also as bad, but I think maybe because Travis was in there for, I think, about like 5 days, or I don't remember exactly how long it was before they found him. Like, his autopsy photos were just really traumatizing, and not to say that Dan Markel's weren't, but because I'll never forget those either. Um, it's just insane. Like, the damage that she did to his body, like ugh, it's crazy. It's so crazy.
So you can go until you're blue in the face and tell me you weren't there and you had nothing to do with it. I won't believe you. I will not believe you. Because Travis is telling me.
It is a reunion episode. I love it.
That's my job. My job is to speak for him. And this is what he's telling me. And I want to know why. It's killing me inside. I don't know why.
Like, there's no reason for it. There's no reason why. There's no reason I would ever want
So
to
true.
hurt him.
There's no way anybody else.
He never raped me.
Nobody.
Never.
Thank you so much, Mr. Peabody, for the
could have
super
left
sticker.
your
That's really
in
kind.
blood on that ball. No way. Get that through your head.
If I was going to ever try to kill somebody, I would use gloves. I've got plenty of them.
Nobody said you were, you had planned this out perfectly. Maybe you were going there to just talk to him.
I do too, Mary.
Have a good time with him. Something got out of hand.
Even if I were there, and even if I were going there to just have a good time with him.
What if I tell you somebody saw you there? A neighbor. Do you remember some
Yeah,
of the
they are.
neighbors?
Just
Who know
Dave.
you? The next door neighbor?
Mhm.
And his wife?
I don't know his wife.
Okay. What about some of the neighbors across the street?
No, I've never met them.
No. But you've hung around there quite a bit and they know you.
Mhm.
Yeah, they've seen you there on that day.
I wasn't there that day.
Jody, you were there that day.
And even if I'm trying to think, the majority of the time that I spent there, I had platinum blonde hair. So, I mean, and I've never once said hi to them, met them, shook their hand, met them face to face across the street. When I spent time there, he wanted to keep it private, so it was, I spent the majority of my time inside.
It does feel so good.
Not, walking around
If
outside.
you know, you know.
Except for a few times when I took his dog for a walk.
Would they see your car there?
Yeah.
Or would you park it down the street?
No, they would see it there. I drove an Infiniti. So they would definitely recognize the car, I'm sure. Well, there were a lot of cars there a lot of the time.
Where's the Infiniti now?
I gave it back to the bank.
It's in an impound yard somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, she shot him.
Are we gonna find any evidence in that car?
Feel free to look.
No, we're gonna look.
You can also look in the rental car.
What company did you rent it from?
I don't remember, but I can check my
Yes, I love it
I can
so
check
much, Christina.
my debit card record.
Makes me so happy.
I remember the make and
No,
model.
we're waiting for it anyway. But you know all the new cars have GPSs in them.
Oh,
Factory. Not for you to
well then that's
use,
good.
but for us to use if we need to.
Well, then that's good, because I was also going to ask you, I don't know if this is something that you can recall, but a lot of the stoplights and these things have cameras on
The
them.
voice of a demonic angel. Absolutely right.
Or, you know, if they're going to Phoenix, going through that tunnel, is that surveillance?
No.
Is there surveillance anywhere?
Unless you ran a red line. Unless you got caught on a speed camera. But nothing beats that stuff. And I have a solid case against you. And I can
Well,
present
thank
it
you,
to the
Sally.
judge.
That's so nice.
As cold as it
Thank
is,
you. I
as it
really
is now.
appreciate that.
I don't know why she did it.
I'm so like honestly
Or I can present it
tense
to the
and
judge.
nervous right now. Like I've never done
With
this,
your
so
explanation.
I feel like I'm like stiff, you know. But
With your parents.
hopefully I'll get used to it and just
Have you
having
talked to your parents about what happened?
all you guys that I'm
I told them
familiar
I was
with
worried
is
about
really
stuff.
comforting
All
and
this stuff.
awesome.
I said that, well, they knew I
So
was
thank you
upset about
guys for
Travis, and I
being
feel
here.
really bad by the way I was acting, because it wasn't, especially toward my grandparents, there were a lot of times.
Why are they not surprised that you're sitting here talking to me about this?
What do you mean?
They're not surprised. They're
Well, because-
concerned. They're
Have you
they're
talked to them?
hurt. I haven't, but my other detectives have. And they're very concerned with you. But they kind of suspected that you had something to do with Travis's death as well. Whose
No.
parents think
No.
that?
That's because I told them that a lot of people were dropping my name, and I said, I'm not worried about it because I didn't do it. I said, but it's very much, it's hurting my reputation right now. And
Thank you.
it's casting me in a bad light.
I wouldn't be worrying about your reputation right now. I'd be worrying about the rest of your life. That
Thank
means
you.
nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Well,
Thank you
my
guys. You guys are
reputation
so
will affect the
sweet.
rest of my life. So I am worried about my reputation.
I absolutely love it.
You're gonna continue with the story then that you weren't in Mesa on the 4th, you weren't in Travis's house, you didn't have sex with him that day, and you had nothing to do with his murder.
Those pictures are, I don't know, to me, pictures are very
Yeah.
compelling.
I hate Wendy.
I know that they can be modified, I know they can be altered, and date and time stamps, I don't know, but I think they can be
I
tampered
didn't
with.
modify anything.
So
I don't think you
We
would.
take absolutely special care of what we do.
I know.
We actually take an image of that card, or let's say you get a computer, take an image of that hard drive and make a copy of it. We don't even touch your hard drive. We just work
Oh,
on the
I love
copy.
that.
And that's exactly what we do with the photos. We don't work
Usually
with
I
the
talk
photos.
to
We
you
just
guys
make a exact digital
while
copy
I'm on
of
a live
everything.
chat.
Move it over so we
So
don't
it's so
touch it.
weird to sit here and
And
talk
then
to
we
you in
analyze it.
person,
And our guys are so good.
but it's
Every
awesome.
case that you've ever done that I know of has never been lost in court. It's been argued and argued and argued. There's no way that they duplicate or that they enhance or that they change or that they
Exactly,
anything to the
Christina.
photo.
If I'm found
That's not
guilty, what
true.
happens?
You'll have to pay the price.
So what's the price?
I don't know.
The
I don't know
price
what the
is
sentences are.
life
The sentences
in
that are carried for
prison,
something.
girl.
Depends on your
What do you mean, what's the
situation,
price?
how old you are. Depends on the type of crime. It depends on whether you show remorse or not. And part of that remorse is at least coming clean. When somebody doesn't come clean, I don't see any remorse. I don't know if a judge would see any remorse. I don't know if a jury would see any remorse. But I don't know. That's not for me to decide.
Yes, hot
My job
cocoa.
is to investigate, find out who did it, why they did it, and present it to a court. And that's it.
I just can't imagine.
I believe it
You have
was
something to
top
tell me,
cut.
but you're just so resistant.
Yes, it was.
I know you're
Because
afraid.
she was apparently begging for
But
the
you're already going through
death
it right now.
penalty.
There's no backing up. There's no backing up to yesterday. There's
And
no
then
backing
changed
up
her
to
mind.
that day. It already happened. And unfortunately, you're gonna have to face the consequences.
You know, if I did that, I'd be fully ready to face the consequences. I'm not really for things like, you know, I'm all for the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not kill, okay? But
There's no evidence to show anybody else did that. None.
well, I'm just,
You think we'd find somebody else's fingerprint if they did that? Possibly. There's something that happens. You keep saying gloves. There's things that happen when
Yeah,
people
she
wear
begged
gloves.
for the
Then we can actually see that
death penalty
somebody
and
wore
then
gloves in this case.
changed
Nobody
her
wore gloves in
mind.
this case. Nobody. There's
well,
no
I'm
evidence
just
of it.
saying that if I were to carry out something like that, I would have worn gloves. I would have a
Nobody
whole
else.
box of
Nobody
gloves.
else did this.
Oh
There's
my
no
God,
evidence to
thank
show
you,
that anybody
girl.
else
You're
did
the
this but
best.
you.
I also
You were
made
the
you a
only
mod.
one. That is it. And
And thanks
I'm not
for
seeing any remorse. I'm not seeing any
building my studio.
anything from you to make me believe anything otherwise. You can continue to say, I didn't do it.
Well,
But you're the kid
Yep,
that got
that's
caught on
true.
videotape stealing the candy. And you continue to say, it wasn't me. I have the proof. I have the pictures. It wasn't me. I don't think you would admit to it if your own mother saw you do this and she told me, yeah, I saw her do this, you would say, no, it wasn't me. Why won't you admit to it?
I just can't. I didn't kill Travis. I just didn't. I did not take his life.
Did you have anything to do with the death of Travis?
Not,
he does.
I don't think I had anything directly to do with it. But
I
feel
don't think I
responsible
had
somewhat
anything
for it.
directly to do with it.
Then what can you tell me about his death?
Sorry, guys.
You
Let me pause this. I am so traumatized. Not traumatized, but the Adelsons are in my head that I really thought she was almost going to say, absolutely no. Absolutely not. But absolutely no is my favorite.
know a lot more about it than I do. When I say I feel responsible, it's because I wasn't planning to go there at all, and he really wanted me to go. And I told him no, and I would have if it weren't for Ryan. And there's nothing really with Ryan and I. In fact, he has been very hesitant to move anything forward because he's not sure about me. He said a lot of people are talking. I'll just tell you that right now. I really wish this would get solved so that we can just put it behind us. Maybe that's a good thing because he's not an active church member anyway. But the reason I feel is because if it weren't for Ryan, I would have folded and I would have just scrapped all my plans and spent all of my days there. But I didn't, and I stood strong, and he got mad and got sad, and he guilted me. He didn't get really mad, he just kind of guilted me. And finally I was like, whatever, fine. We hung up. I feel that if I would have gone there, that I could
Yeah,
have done something.
he definitely dodged the
But
knife.
you were there, Jody.
Not in a million years.
You were there on Wednesday.
Oh.
Can I ask you, I don't know if you know this. Oh, I have a camera in my storage unit that I don't use anymore, but that Travis and I used to use frequently. And we took pictures with it. This is, I don't know. This is kind
Do
of,
you remember taking these pictures?
there were many pictures. Vaguely. We took tons and tons of pictures. Some I saved, most we deleted. Some he sent me through his phone.
We usually deleted all pictures like this.
Yeah, well, before he got there.
Any pictures like this that I found anywhere on his computer, camera, anything, they were deleted.
Well, prior to him getting his camera, all those pictures were on my camera. So
Okay, guys, I will be right
All
back.
these same pictures.
I have to use the bathroom. I'm not going
Um,
to lie. And then we're going to move on
I don't
to
know.
the next psychopath.
I don't know. We took a bunch the week before I left. We took a bunch over the last 6 or 7 months. We took over last year even when we were still dating, but we would delete them mostly. There were some that he sent me that I didn't delete. What I'm asking is it possible that, that my memory card would have been in his camera? They're interchangeable.
How do you know if they're interchangeable?
I don't, that's what I'm asking is what kind of memory card it was.
Just a regular little SD card.
Well, because I've got one that's like this big, and it's thin. It's like a cracker. And the one I use on my professional camera is like this size, and it's more kind of like that thick. And the little one is really thin. And it's got like little thingies here for reading it, and the big one looks like that on the metal part. So that one obviously probably wouldn't be interchangeable because it's a Canon and it's a nice
It's
camera.
not interchangeable, it is.
But the other one, I don't know.
Your camera's here, his camera's there. He just bought that camera.
Well, the other camera that I used before that's broken now, it's in my storage unit, but it's still there.
And you're saying those pictures are on that camera?
No, what I'm saying is I had several memory cards for this camera that I don't have anymore. And so I guess it's so far-fetched, but I guess it's possible that my card.
You're saying somebody took your pictures or your card and is framing you and put that into his camera?
I'm just saying
and-
that if my memory cards were left at his house, he would have used those for his camera. I don't know. I can explain the blood though, and I can explain the hair. I don't know about the fingerprint.
I can't explain the blood or the hair.
Well, the hair, there's hair everywhere, and probably every square inch of that house. My hair.
Yeah.
If you sweep it, you'll get hair everywhere. All over around the toilet, around in the shower. I don't know about the shower because the shower gets used, but definitely around the bottom of the sink area. And maybe around
Still
the
doesn't
trash.
explain the hair to me. It had a follicle in it. You haven't been there since April. There's no way. No way. The blood? No.
Well, the
Blood is mixed with his, and that's the blood that he bled that day when he was killed.
well,
Print?
I don't know
Absolutely
if you can
not.
check how fresh the blood was.
No, we can't check how fresh it is, but we can go by where it is.
Oh, okay, because I cut myself when I was.
And you're saying that blood that you cut yourself with back, who knows when, was
Well,
still on the wall in
Oh.
the exact same spot
oh, I don't know. about
where the bloody palm print was.
It was a glass that Travis had that I was using to wash Napoleon with. I used to give him baths. And I dropped it. And when I picked up all the glass, and I'm pretty casual about it because I break glass at work all the time. And it's not a big deal. It's nothing to be scared of. And I was probably just being careless with it. And I sliced myself open and
Is that how you want to leave this? Just these far-fetched excuses on why your blood is there, why your hair is there, why your palm print is there, what pictures are there.
I don't know about the pictures.
That's how you want to leave this? I wouldn't want to. I seriously would not want to. You need to come out and tell me why this happened. I will not accept any other excuses. I will just move on with my investigation, with my final report, submitting all the conclusions and all the evidence. And we can just let a judge and a jury decide. You yourself said that if you were in my shoes, you would think that I was guilty. We can leave it in the
What
hands of
about
a
a lie
jury.
detector test?
We can do that, that's fine.
Would that help me at all?
I mean, you can't use them in court, but
Well, then there's no point in taking it. I thought those things can be used.
in certain cases.
In this case,
If you
would it?
want, I can check. Absolutely.
If I passed a lie detector test, would that help me?
Could help you.
They're so weird anyway. Travis
This
has
is
done-
your one opportunity to talk to me because it's gonna be a while before I talk to you again. And it's not gonna be in this kind of setting. Okay? Do you understand what's gonna happen to you? Well, we're gonna, since these charges are out of Arizona, we're gonna send you through the court system here. And then we're gonna ask to extradite you to Arizona from California. That just means permission for you to bring you over, because you're out of state lines. And the next time we talk could be in a whole different setting. Could be in a jail somewhere. I think this setting is a little bit better. But it's up to you. Jody, I know you were there. I know that Travis was either
Okay, I'm back.
in the shower or just outside the shower when he was shot. And I know somebody who was extremely angry at him. Took a knife to him and couldn't stop.
No jury will
That's-
ever convict me. That is so
And
true.
before you knew it was all over.
Isn't that what Wendy said too?
And then
I've never been that angry at him. Not enough for that. I've been so far angrier at other people, at other ex-boyfriends.
Then tell me who could have done this? Who did this?
I don't know, but if I go to trial for this, and if I'm convicted for this, whoever did this is going to be sitting very pretty somewhere. Glad that it wasn't them.
Very pretty.
And it's my job to make sure that
Donna
innocent
said
person does
maybe.
not go to jail.
This is
But I don't see
Detective
innocent persons
Flores.
in front of me. When I asked you, I always ask this one question. Actually, it's two. First one is, did you kill Travis? And you kind of hesitated a little bit, said, I didn't have anything to do with it. Then I asked you a
Sorry,
similar
guys.
question. Did you have anything to do with Travis's death? You hesitated again.
That was an
Well,
epic
it's
mic
because I
drop.
feel like if I had gone to Arizona like he
Most
has,
people would say, no. Did you kill Travis? No.
well, I didn't, and I didn't have anything to do with it. Now, do I feel responsible? I've been carrying around guilt since I heard about it.
Why do you feel responsible? If you felt responsible, it means you know something else.
No,
It
because
means your actions led to his death.
Because he always has guilted me. He's always guilted me. And the last
So you
time
feel
we
somebody else killed him.
Well, yeah,
For what reason?
I don't know. I don't know
Then
that.
how do you feel guilty if you
Because
don't know the reason?
here's why I feel guilty. One of the last times we spoke, he was guilting me about not coming to see him. And part of my heart still wanted to go see him. And another part just wants to move on and pursue this new avenue, which was in Utah. And there is a tinge of guilt. You know, when he would text me and he would say, hey, you want to come over and make out or want to da-da-da. I didn't respond one night, and I just stayed strong, and I didn't respond, and then he called and called and called, and then the next day he was like, you don't care about me.
That was the
You
best.
love me. You don't care. I was there all alone, and you didn't want to come and hang out. You didn't want to come and keep me company. And he says it not like that, but in that tone, but it's in the sweetest, sweetest way. And it's guilt.
I still
Okay,
don't feel
guys,
guilt.
I'm
I really
going
don't.
to
You
move
keep
on
explaining
to
it,
the
but it has
next
nothing to do
one.
with whether he
Because he
was
guilted me.
killed or not.
And I think we should save the best for last. But next, we're going to go to this extreme
Such a pleasure.
Have a seat.
psychopath.
And
Long time coming, huh?
it has been. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
So I want to start with Chad.
Okay.
You told me years ago.
Today is my birthday.
Today is your birthday.
How old do you think that I am?
52.
Oh, how did you know?
I do my research.
You must know a lot.
Yes.
The girls are like, "Are you turning 25 in my pod?" And I was like, "No, I'm turning 25 plus 25 plus 2."
There you go.
Do the math.
You told me years ago Chad was the best man you've ever met.
Chad is a very kind person, yes.
Is that still true?
Yes.
So besides his spirituality, what else attracts you to Chad?
He's a wonderful person. Everyone who knows him knows that. You've never met him, right?
I haven't met him other than when we were in Hawaii.
I'm saying you never met.
First of all, I need to say that this case was just absolutely insane. I'm curious to know what people think. The thing about Lori is I don't understand if she turned the crazy on and off when it was mostly convenient to her. Because there are times where she, especially when she was representing herself, which was crazy, she would seem absolutely, completely normal. And then it seems like she would turn on I forgot what she was diagnosed with. I think it was like delusional disorder. And it seemed like she did that when it was mostly convenient to her. So when we're talking about which one of these 4 women were the most scariest, I don't know yet. I guess we're gonna have to see until the very last one, which is someone, we'll go to Wendy next. But also, I do want to say that I absolutely loved Nate Eaton's coverage on this whole case. He was such a good, amazing reporter. I followed his coverage mostly out of anybody else, and like the fact that he was able to get this interview with her, and he wasn't taking any of her bullshit, but he was also polite, and he was also very forthcoming with his questions, and his interview was just really, really cool. So that's why I wanted to show this, because she's insane, as we all know.
Him, talked to him, interacted with him, or
No. How often are you able to talk with him?
so we aren't really speaking.
By your own choice or just because it's not allowed from like prison to prison?
Yeah, like the way that the mail works here is very difficult.
I see.
So we're only allowed to get postcards. Like you can't send a letter to the jail itself, and so there's difficulties within that.
But you still love him,
Absolutely, yeah,
and you said you'll be exonerated, and he will too.
absolutely, we will.
Will that be before he's executed?
Ugh.
Yes, Nate, before he's executed. You're well aware, I know that you are LDS as well as I am, right? And you're well aware that the 3 Nephites in 3 Nephi 28 were given the death penalty 7 times. They were arrested after Jesus personally translated them, okay? They were arrested, convicted, and given the death penalty 7 times. And where are they today?
I don't know.
They're still wandering the earth.
Yeah.
They didn't get executed.
So
They
is-
didn't get the death penalty. And there's 220 people in this country who have been on death row and have been exonerated and gone home.
I
Do you
would
think it'll be
her
soon
as a
then?
serial killer for sure.
I think it'll be in the Lord's time. I know that it will be in the Lord's time. And when
Making my
you say the
eyes
word soon, if you've ever watched The Chosen or dealt with Jesus at all, you know that soon is a relative term because 1,000 years are a day to him.
So does it bother you though that in Chad's trial he blamed it on you and Alex?
So now that I know the judicial system and now that I have been my own attorney and how things work, and I've said this before in an interview, it's so different what goes on behind the scenes in a high profile case. Okay, there's strategies going on, there's defenses going on, there's all these things going on that you wish, like, why can't we just go in and tell our side of the story? The attorneys are like, you can't do that. We have to come up with the defense, and we have to do this, and we have to do this, and like, why don't we just go? Why isn't it? You thought, like, if you've never been in the judicial system, which I hadn't before, you thought they get to tell their side of the story, what they think happened. You get to go in and tell your side of the story of what happened, and then the jury gets to decide. And that's not what happens. That's not what happens at all. And it's so sad and disappointing that that's.
So you
the
think,
way
Chad,
that it
they had to
goes.
come up with a defense just to have one in court? You don't think he really believed or blamed all of this on you and Alex?
Absolutely. And I know that for a fact because John Pryor came and told me that prior to trial.
He did. He said, this is going to be our defense.
He said, I'm going to blame you, and Chad doesn't want me to, and he wants you to know that.
Sure.
And this is the kind of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that nobody sees, that nobody knows what's going on. There's so much stuff going on that you wouldn't even believe all the things that go on. The experts that are being paid, the things that are going on. We got this expert, we paid him $1 million to say the opposite of whatever your expert's going to say. Like, what do you mean they paid him? The state paid an expert $1 million retainer to say whatever the
First of all, Chad is the client. So the client is pretty much going to say yes or no to whatever the defense attorney wants to do. I know that in Katie's trial, Katie won Sigfredo and Katie. With Sigfredo, I have chatted with his attorney on Instagram, like small talk, and apparently he said that Sigfredo did not want him to cause or put any blame on Katie at all. So they had to change up their whole entire defense theory, which, like, I think he said 2 days before the trial, which was that the whole Luis Rivera connection with Charlie, like that Charlie was buying drugs from Luis or whatever. And so she's lying, obviously. There's no way that Chad's attorney was going to do what he didn't want him to do. So there's that.
opposite of what our state, what
in
our witness
Arizona or Idaho?
in Idaho was what our witness is going to say. And the attorneys told me this, and I'm like, are you kidding? Like,
You didn't have any witnesses.
we did. Yeah, in the buildup, we did.
She had
But then
We
you
absolutely
didn't call him.
Well, there's reasons for that, that there's strategies involved, there's things going on, and you have no control when you have attorneys.
And that's
They're
why-
doing it how they want to
And that's
do
why
it.
you wanted to be your own attorney.
exactly.
There's several reasons. The number one reason was because they wanted me to sit here for 5 years while they got to know the case. And I wanted a speedy trial.
Can we go back to Hawaii? When I first met you and Chad,
And we didn't meet, you just put a microphone in my face.
okay, when I put
Now
my-
we've met.
we have met, you're right. Why didn't you just tell me where the kids were?
Because I was not ready to talk about it at all at that point.
I bet.
I was just not ready. It was very traumatic and I was not ready for any of that.
Are you ready to talk now?
I have talked about it already, yeah. I feel like a lot of things have happened in these last 5.5 years to give me strength through that tragedy that happened with my children. And I've been a lot more open in being able to talk about it now, and through therapy also, like some post-traumatic stress therapy, because it's traumatic. And I'm living in here with some beautiful, intelligent, smart women. And had I never come to Arizona, and I know God put me here for a purpose, because I didn't think Arizona was going to come and get me.
Yeah,
In fact, I think you and I had
tragedy.
talk about that, because there was an article that came out in Idaho saying that Arizona was not going to come and extradite me until all my appeals were finished. Do you remember that? And I think, and then my
It's
appeals.
like the next day that you were gone.
Yeah, the next day they came and got me. And my appeals attorney was supposed to come. He had an appointment that day when they came to get me to drive down from Boise to Pocatello for us to have a meeting. And they didn't even tell him I was gone. Like, I was just gone that day. They came the next day. So I didn't think they were coming.
You mentioned a tragedy, and you said that this has all been a family tragedy.
I don't
Yes.
know.
And it has been a huge tragedy.
Absolutely.
All of this.
Absolutely.
4 juries have said you and Chad and Alex caused the tragedy.
Yeah. That's the judicial system.
But how do you argue with that if all of this evidence came out that showed, that you, Chad?
The only evidence that ever came out is the evidence state wanted to put forth.
Well,
They
you could-
they
you could've
manipulate the evidence to make it look however they want.
But you
And
could've
guess who
presented
helps
evidence.
them? The media helps them, because from day one, when someone called you, okay, day one, whether it was Detective Hope or Detective Hermosillo, I'm not sure, called you and said, "Hey, Nate,
Love
this is going to be the biggest story of your life." And they got that information from Heather Daybell. And Heather Daybell and Detective Hoper are connected, right? Because their kids got married. And they called and she said, "Oh, I have a story for you. These people killed their spouses so they could get married," which was totally a rumor.
I don't think that's
totally
true, Lori.
untrue. And then you ran with it and you got famous from it. And everybody
got famous.
knows what happened from there, right? So that's the way it goes. So the media put out their narrative. They kept on with it. The state went along with it. The state leaked stuff to the media
Okay, well,
to
what's
say what
false?
they wanted.
What's false about
Oh
the
my
narrative?
gosh, everything.
Your children were found dead in Chad's backyard. That's not wrong.
Yeah.
That's
Tylee was chopped up and burned. That's
No.
not wrong.
no, that's all mixed up. That wasn't.
I
the-
saw photos of JJ wrapped in plastic and duct tape. That wasn't wrong.
Okay, I understand what you're saying of those facts. Those facts in and of themselves are wrapped around a whole lot of untruth.
About how they ended up there.
Correct.
So if Tylee killed JJ and then felt bad and committed suicide,
Mm-hmm.
how did she die first?
Yeah,
She didn't.
she did.
She didn't?
That's part of their whole fake narrative. That's
Who
part.
burned her and chopped her up?
That's part of everything that they were doing. So
It's
I
like-
don't really want to get into all of those details with you, because you obviously are very set in your mind. I'm not here to change people's minds.
I want you to change my mind. I'd love to hear any evidence or facts you have that might make me think, you know what, they have it wrong, but I haven't heard anything otherwise.
That's because you've been pushing this narrative for 5.5 years. Do you not telling me that your mind is not set on what it is already?
Minds can change.
They could change
Right.
if they're open to change.
Right.
Okay. So miracles are on the way. And you remember I asked you
Miracles are
about
on the way.
Yes, Evan Almighty.
I did. And did you watch that movie?
I did.
Okay.
Did you identify yourself with the reporter in that movie?
I don't know if I identified myself.
This part kills me. She wanted him, I guess, they were communicating through email. She wanted him to watch a movie, Evan Almighty. If you guys know that movie, it was a sequel to Bruce Almighty, with Jim Carrey. Steve Carell was Evan Almighty, and it wasn't as popular as the first one. And why? Like, why that movie? To me, that's so weird that she wanted him to watch that movie and for whatever reason relate to it. Like, first of all, it's a comedy. It's a it's a like a nonsense funny movie, And the fact that she's so serious about Nate watching this and then she wants him to relate to it is so weird. So weird.
Did you identify him with me?
Yes, absolutely.
So what does that mean?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
what does it
when did the
mean?
reporter change his mind?
Remind me.
When he was floating in the flood on the ark. Okay, not until God showed the miracle was he did his mind change. His mind was like, this is a crazy guy. He thinks he's like Noah. Why are you so crazy? He's pushing the narrative, right? He pushed the narrative, pushed the narrative, pushed the narrative. And then the flood came. And he's the first one screaming.
Can you
And he's
imagine
screaming and he's
being
running
right
for
now?
the ark because he had been pushing this narrative the whole time, right? This fake, false narrative that this guy was crazy, that God didn't talk to him, that all these things have happened, right? That these weren't God things that happened, okay? So then he's the first one to get on there screaming, and when he's floating down the river on the flood is when his mind was changed. So when you're open to changing your mind, I will be happy to enlighten you to the things of God.
Oh my
Well,
God.
I would love to hear
I'm
what
sure
you
you
have to
would.
say. I wish we
Lord.
had more than 30
I wish
minutes.
we had more time too, because
Okay.
we could really get into it.
A couple of more questions for you, and then I know that you have some things you want to say. The night before Alex died, he told Zulema, I think I'm their fall guy. Was he?
No, absolutely not. And I don't think he ever said that. I watched Zulema
I
go
doubt
through
he
probably 13, 14, 15 hours of detectives grilling her. I've watched the interviews. I've watched them all. And I watched her be berated by them, threatened by them, that they're going to arrest her, that she had a part in this, that she's a co-conspirator, and all this stuff until they got her to say exactly what they wanted.
So she is making me want to do Wendy's pose, like the lip part, like head tilt. She makes me want to do the head tilt because like I can't with her. Like she is really scary to me. I mean, she for some reason I can imagine her being like locked up in some scary looking prison cell, and I don't know if anybody's ever seen like those like for some I can't remember exactly, but it was like a Batman movie when the Joker at the end was like in a prison cell and you like open the little sliding window door and he just looks fucking crazy. Like I imagine her at some point being locked up, looking old and crazy and just laughing hysterically. Like she is just so weird.
Her to say, and she made that up. She made up a lot of stuff, and I felt bad for her because I didn't want her arrested because she wasn't part of any conspiracy, because there wasn't any conspiracy, and I felt really bad for her. I do love Zulema.
Did you and Chad have anything to do with Alex's death?
No, absolutely not. We were very surprised. No.
What were you and Chad and Alex doing in the storage unit, moving the tire and the seat back and forth on the day that Brandon was shot at and the day after?
So that's so silly that is. So there was stuff in my garage that I was starting to move into the storage unit. That's what we were doing. And so I moved that stuff in there.
With the tire on the Jeep?
I moved stuff that had been in there, it was just sitting in there.
Like,
It had been sitting in there. So I didn't have enough room to park. So I couldn't carry it. It was heavy. So I had Chad help me put it in. And the next day, Alex was like, where's all that stuff in the garage? And I was like, I went and put it in the storage unit. He was like, oh, I need that. So we went and got it. And that was it.
Can you see how, let's say you're not here. Let's say you're at home and you find out about this story and you do all your research. You go through all the court documents. You watch the trial. And you're watching another woman going through exactly what you're going through. Can you see how it sounds kind of crazy what you were saying? Like the fact that this was all a coincidence, or you were just moving stuff in and out?
Yeah, because the narrative has trained the people.
But
The
if you
narrative
did
has
your
trained the
own
people.
research
The narrative has trained the people. I have people come up to me all the time in the gym. I know everything about your case. I've watched everything. And they have every fact right.
But aren't you in isolation? Are you able to talk with other inmates?
Yeah, you have no idea what it's like in there. Okay, I'm in max security. I'm in PC, which I didn't choose to be, but they put me in there for safety reasons.
Tell me what PC means.
So, protection.
Okay.
Yeah.
Protective custody.
Protective custody, yes.
Okay.
And so I'm in a max pod with all the other women that are max. So there's like 8 women in my pod that are facing the death penalty. Okay, we're all in rooms in there, and we are all in there 23 hours a day, and we get 1 hour out a day to take a shower and clean our rooms. And that's how it is in there. But all of our doors have openings so we can talk to each other even through the doors. And so, yeah, so I'm not isolated. But when I am transported to court, like for my 2 trials, right, I'm with the women all day long that don't normally see me. So I'm friends with everybody in my pod. But other women will shout out to me.
Can you imagine
that,
that?
I know everything about you. I know everything about your story. And they've been so indoctrinated by the media and their narrative that they put out. And nobody was asking me what's happening. Nobody asked Chad
I tried
what was
to.
happening. Well, would you have listened then? You have to.
Absolutely. I wish you
You
and
need to be on the boat, Nate. Are you on the boat yet? Because
get
when
on
you're
the
on the
boat.
boat, Nate, I am going to be happy to share all this stuff with you because miracles are on the way.
I wanted to
Miracles are on the way. And when you're on the boat, that's why I sent you that last
video.
message. Well, I sent you the last message saying, when you're on the boat, you'll be ready.
So-
When you're on the boat.
You say Jesus is your friend.
Absolutely.
Does he support cheating on your spouse?
We weren't cheating.
Does he support killing your husband?
I didn't kill anybody ever.
Killing your kids?
I didn't kill anybody.
Killing
as you
your
know.
boyfriend's wife?
Okay. Was I in Hawaii when Tammy died? How did I kill her? Are you going to explain that to the world now? How did I do that?
Using your kids' money while they're dead?
Okay, all that is messed up too. That's all lies.
How did you rent that unit in Hawaii?
That's
With what
all
money?
lies. Chad rented it. I did not
Chad
rent
didn't
it.
have any money until Tammy died.
Oh my God, I
Chad
literally
rented it with his own money.
was
Okay.
Chad was an author and a publisher
something
and had his own company.
too.
So
that's what I'm saying.
He
You're
made
getting-
$30,000 a year. With
No,
that
but you're
company.
giving up facts that you don't. You're giving up whatever the state put up. They don't put up the whole
Sarah
story,
Boone.
Nate.
And that's-
They just put up tiny pieces to put together their own narrative. That's it. You don't know anything about our lives or how they were or what we were doing in the temple.
Jurors-
What we were doing in the temple every single day.
While you were in the temple, while Tammy was still alive, you were in the temple with Chad.
Several times, yes.
Right. So he's married to Tammy.
Correct. Tammy came to the temple with us too.
The 3 of you.
At some points, yes.
How many times?
Probably twice.
When is this narrative going to come out? When are you saying the full story is going to come out? Like your side, what really
So
happened?
I have
love
written,
Nate.
I'm writing.
I love him.
I'm writing it. I'm
He's
writing it.
such a
And I'm
good
going to write out
professor,
every single thing.
journalist, like-
Every single thing from beginning to end so that people can really understand. Because you can't understand what happened with Tylee and JJ unless you understand what happened to Tylee in her life. You have to know Tylee's whole story from beginning to end. And when you know what happened in Tylee's life, you start to understand. The understanding, the lights click on. But nobody has said that. This lady got up in Idaho. It was 1 year after. I had been arrested, and it was going to be Tylee's birthday. And there was a lady in Idaho Falls, and they were having some kind of vigil, and it was on the news because I was in a pod by myself at Madison County, right? And I'm watching the news,
You
and
guys
this
want
lady
to
comes
finish
on, and
this
she
or
says,
move on to
"Oh,
Wendy, Jill?
you know, it would have been Tylee's 18th birthday because she died 2 days before her 17th birthday." And she said it would have been Tylee's 18th birthday today. And if Tylee were here, she would be out with her friends, and she would be singing and dancing, and she would be doing all these things. And this is a lady who has never met Tylee, never knew her, never knew anything about her life or our life.
Oh, I thank you, Victoria girl, for that feedback. It's I asked, like, do you guys want to finish the rest of this, or should we move on to Wendy Jill Adelson's interview? I know that we've all seen it and everybody knows about it, but Lori's kind of making my head hurt. So let me know. Shall we go to Wendy? Because everybody knows. much there is to talk about with Wendy. Okay, let's go to Wendy. Everybody prepare themselves for being annoyed again. Hold on. Let me see what I'm doing. All right, let's do it. Everybody take a deep breath, because every time I watch this, I get pretty angry. Hold on. And the sound, where is it? Where is it? There we go. All right, let's do it.
I'm going to a friend's party tonight.
All is well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.
That's all right, you can stop it. Or does it stop automatically?
It's done.
Okay, do you have your identification with you? So you never took the last name of Markle?
No.
Markle.
Adelso. Okay, Wendy with an I. All right. There was a shooting at your home, or your ex-husband's home, at 2116 Trescott. Okay. Your ex-husband, Daniel. All right.
I love how she waits for him to drop the news. Like she just heard a voicemail from someone telling her that she heard that there was a shooting on Trescott. And I would think, obviously not everyone knows how they would feel in that situation, but I think that if it were me, I would, if I listened to that voicemail and when ISOM came in, I would be freaking out. I'd be like, oh my God, somebody called me. They said there was a shooting on Trescott. Like what happened? No, she's waiting for him to just tell her about it. And you can see like the look on her face. Like, I wish this was more clear. But you can see the look on her face where she's just waiting to let out the crying.
Has been taken to the hospital. He's not going to survive.
Oh my God.
Okay?
I'm sorry.
I literally hate her.
This party. What happened?
Well, before we get into everything, I have to establish where you were and who you were with and so forth.
Okay.
Okay? And then once we've established all that, I can give you more details.
Okay.
Do you understand why I wanted you to come here before I discuss this?
Oh my God. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, Christina, I do remember that part where it's like she had to make a point that, oh, how dare he think that we were still married? I literally, really, really hate her. I'm sorry.
No, you have nothing to be sorry about.
I just don't understand. How could this happen? It's-
Can you, let me get over this hump, okay? Can we do that first? All right. Can you tell me what time you left your house this morning?
Yeah, I was there. I didn't leave this morning. I didn't leave until noon.
Okay. And
Oh my God. And I tried to drive up Trescott and I saw that it was blocked.
Oh my God. The way that she is like hyperventilating, and then all of a sudden she's like, yeah, so I was driving, and like it just like I'm sorry, I with her I can't control my face. Like I roll my eyes a lot because I really just can't deal with her. I've seen this interview I don't know how many times. I know y'all have too, but like she literally pisses me off to no end. God.
It was blocked at some point. I'm not sure what time it was
And I
blocked.
just thought, oh, there's maybe some trees down or something. Because sometimes
Oh, you're saying as you drove down which one of the side roads?
when I'm going to a friend's party tonight, and oh my God, what am I even talking about? I needed to buy, it's a stock the shelf engagement party, and so I went to buy bourbon.
Okay.
So I went to drive from my place up Trescott to get to ABC Liquor, and it was blocked, so I just turned around. I was on the phone at the time. I wasn't paying a lot of attention.
Right.
So I just turned around and drove up the other way. I just thought, oh, sometimes when I lived there were electrical things that would happen. I left my house around 12:15 because I thought I'll get the bourbon and then I'll get some gas for the car and get super glue for one of the boys' toys. And I was trying to do all I can before meeting my two friends at 1.
Okay, who was at your house this morning?
The only person that was at my house this morning was a guy from Best Buy because my TV was broken and it's under warranty.
Easy for you.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay, a guy from Best Buy was at your house to work on your TV?
I have his name and everything at the house if you want it, because the boys broke the TV, so he gave me a choice of fixing.
But at this trial, at Donna's trial, she said that she wasn't sure if maybe one of the boys tapped the TV and there were vertical lines on it. Okay.
It or getting a new one.
What time did he come to the house?
He called me at around 8. He was probably there until around 10.
Okay.
Okay.
And then you
and then after he left, I kept working on a paper, and I emailed the paper to a librarian at school to work on some of the citations.
Okay.
And I don't think I talked to anyone else, but I was just working for an hour or so from the house. I was gonna take a shower, but I didn't. I ran out of time.
Exactly.
With laundry. And then I left the house around noon.
To go to the liquor store and the stuff for the party?
Yeah.
Okay, you went down which road you said?
I went down Trescott.
Okay.
I saw a police car there, and I just thought it was blocked, so I just turned around and drove. Drove to. I went down the rest of Centerville, went up Benton, took Benton across, went to ABC Liquors, bought the bourbon.
I'm a little confused. You're up on Centerville Road. What's your purpose of driving down Trescott?
It's usually the shortcut to get to
Oh.
Monroe.
To get to Monroe?
I
Monroe?
usually take it as a cut through to get to Thomasville or Monroe.
Does anyone else say the what they say out loud? Just because it's so ridiculous, it's crazy. I honestly feel like I will never rest until she's arrested. It's I just don't like her. Everybody knows she's guilty. Sorry. I will be right back. And I only have 8 people in the live chat, but honestly, like, it makes me feel really comfortable because I know probably all of you guys, and I'm really comfortable with you guys, and I really appreciate your support and just being here. And I was really nervous about this today, but I'm really I feel good. I feel like, I'm with my people and we're chatting, like how we usually would. So thank you guys for being here. I'm going to press play. I'll be right back. If I could figure out how to do that. 1 minute, sorry.
Okay, all right, so
I
you,
don't know why I said Monroe. I was thinking Mosaic, Monroe, Thomasville.
okay, so when you come down into town on Centerville,
I almost always cut through Trescott.
and just drive by your old house?
Well, I do it as a way of like coming to terms with the divorce. But yeah, sometimes I drive there. If I'm too sad, I drive around.
Okay.
If the kids aren't home and I know they're not home, I feel better about driving.
Thank you, guys.
But yeah, it's shorter and I just usually drive by.
It's shorter than going all the way down to Benton.
All the way down Centerville and around Benton. It's just
Right.
a shortcut.
Be right back.
Okay, so you turned around and went back to Centerville, I take it?
Yeah.
Down to Benton, and went to the liquor store down there on Thomasville?
Yeah.
The one at Benton Road?
ABC Liquors. It's at Benton. Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, did you make a purchase there?
Yeah.
And that was sometime after 12?
Probably 12:30.
Okay, all right.
And I talked to a guy there because I don't really buy much alcohol, and so they wanted bourbon, and I asked the guy. We had a whole conversation about bourbon and
Right.
my eyes. Like,
Your eyes?
he just said your eyes are really blue,
Right.
and
You have contacts?
I do.
Okay.
But I just remembered it.
Right.
So I bought the bourbon and got some gas on Thomasville and met my friends at Mosaic.
Which gas station did you go to on Thomasville?
The one that's, I always forget the name, but the one that's close to the cross street, it's right next to the Goodwill.
Okay.
If you're heading north on Thomasville. If you're heading north on Thomasville, it's on your right.
Okay, just past the Goodwill
Just
place?
past the Goodwill, it's close to the intersection there.
Okay, all right, and then from that point, you went straight to the
Went to Mosaic
Mosaic Restaurant?
and met friends there. I used to have kind of a steady Friday meeting and I hadn't seen my 2 friends in a while. And so we had made plans to meet up.
What time did you get to Mosaic?
About 1. I was a little late. We were supposed to meet at 1 and I got there at a few minutes after.
Okay, all right, I know it's cold in here, okay?
I think that's not why I'm
Okay,
shaking.
I know it's part of it, but, do you know anybody that would have a beef against your ex-husband?
He's, oh God.
I hate to ask it now, but I have to do it now. You
I
understand, right?
understand. I understand. He, I mean, he had friends. He always meant well, but he would sometimes rub people the wrong way.
Okay.
But not anyone who would do something like this.
Anybody that he owes money to?
No, he owes money to me.
He owes money to you?
But not,
Okay,
not me.
okay, all right, all right.
Oh my God, we're poor kids. Oh. I know a lot of people didn't really love him, but I don't know anyone who would do something like this.
Well, we're still trying to determine, what happened and how it happened.
But he wouldn't do this to himself.
Okay,
He was a very positive person.
okay. No one that you know of or that he's spoken to recently that he's had some type of problem with or that he was concerned about?
No one that he was concerned about. I mean, we've been separated for 2 years, so I don't know, like,
Right.
If he had something going on, I wouldn't know about it, but, I mean, I had lost my voice earlier this week, and so we had put off this conversation about our son's school and where he was gonna go, and he, I can't, I know a lot of people didn't love him, but not anyone who would, like, hate him.
Okay.
He meant well. Everyone that knew him
Okay.
knows that he means well, but he can be a little, like, argumentative.
Right.
But not, he didn't owe anyone money. He didn't do anything except work and take care of his kids. He wasn't involved in anything.
Okay, I'm back.
I can't believe this is happening.
I know. And he was a professor at the law school, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And your divorce has been 2 years or the total separation, I'm assuming?
Total separation's been 2 years. Our divorce was finalized last summer around this time.
Okay.
He wouldn't do this to himself. He has a girlfriend now.
Do you know his girlfriend?
I met her once in the last couple of weeks.
I'm glad it's fun. It's fun for me too. It's a different experience because usually when I'm watching YouTube videos, I do it through my phone. And I'm like walking around the house and doing different things. So it's a different experience for me to have to sit in one spot for a while. I don't know how these content creators do it, but I'm learning.
She was visiting. She lives in New York.
Okay. Do you know anything about her?
I know some things about her. She's also a law professor. I know she's recently divorced and she has a son. I don't know if her divorce is final, but I think recently divorced.
Where's she a law professor at?
At NYU.
Okay.
And they seemed very happy, and I think that was a really good thing in his life. He seemed really happy about it. She came down here, she met the boys, and I met her, and she told me how great she loved the boys. Like it seemed to fine.
Did she ever stay at the house with him?
Just that one time.
When was that?
I remember because I just got back from being with my family in South Florida.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. You're doing great.
So what date was it? I went with my family. It was my dad's 70th birthday. We went home for it. So his birthday was the 5th. I left Monday the 30th. So she must have come into town Saturday, the evening of the 28th.
What month? June? This past June.
Just now. So, June 28th. And then she was there with the boys the 29th, and I met her on the morning of the 30th when I picked up the kids to take.
You know, what's crazy is that I recently have come across a TikTok account from a guy that um, he has mutual friends with Wendy. He's a professor at FSU, and he was, oh, I'm sorry, he was at the memorial service for Dan. And he was Wendy's neighbor when I think when she lived at Aqua Way Ridge. Anyways, his TikTok account is so cool because he gives a lot of background information, um, and he will drive around to show different parts of Tallahassee. He even did the whole like Trescott Drive, and he said that when she left to go to Miami, what was it like? Dan's out on Friday. I think the memorial service was on Sunday, and then she left. I think it was Monday. And he said that after she left, she completely ghosted all of her friends in Tallahassee. And then he was saying how she, like at first, when she left, you know, she obviously wasn't present at FSU. And she, I'm sorry, guys. She wasn't present at FSU. I don't know if you guys remember in this interview that where she's like, "Oh yeah, well, you guys can have my work laptop. I can't imagine I'm gonna go back to work." Apparently, the school let her go in December. And then on the stand too, I think it was at Donna's trial, she said that she was still working for FSU until December. Apparently, she just never showed up. She never responded. She stopped talking to every single person that she knew in Tallahassee, which is so fucking weird. Like, why?
Them to South Florida.
Do you know when she left?
I could probably find it, like in the email and stuff. I think she was here for like one more day, and then Danny went up to New York because I was with the kids in Miami for a good long while. I was there. I drove back July 10th, so I was there almost 2 weeks. And so I think he went up the next day.
Okay. Do you know her name?
I do. It's Amy Adler. Oh my gosh, she's
A.D.
Adler.
And she's a professor of law at
Yeah.
NYU?
Yeah.
What kind of car does she drive?
I have no idea. I know she has a car. She lives in New York City.
Well, so, I mean, she was driving down, I mean, she flew down here, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Do you have her phone number?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know how long they were dating even. It seemed kind of serious if she met the kids, but I don't really know. He's been going up to New York for like conferences and stuff since Lincoln was about a few months old. So he's been going up there 3.5 years. So my guess was that they might have known each other for a long time, but have been dating. I don't know how long.
Well, let me ask you something, does his relationship with her?
Did she say she didn't know how long they were dating? I mean, I feel like she would know that because she was so insecure about Amy Adler. that she clearly stalked her ass.
Or have anything to do with your all's divorce?
No,
No, it had nothing to do with
No.
an extramarital affair or anything?
no, but the only thing I'm thinking is Amy, I don't know what Amy's full divorce situation is like, so if you're gonna think of someone who's not thrilled with Danny.
Yes, Top Cat. She deleted their numbers, which is, why would you do that? Like, they're your, like, I understand that you're divorced, but they're still your kids' grandparents. Like, why would she just delete their numbers? It's so weird. Everything's weird about her.
I don't know how happy her husband or ex-husband is with the situation.
Do you know anything about him?
I don't know anything about him.
So you know Amy Adler, she's a professor
Yeah,
at
she was.
NYU. She was down here from the end of June through the first part of July.
I think just a few days.
Right.
Yeah.
As visiting, but he'd been seeing her when he goes to New York on these conference
Yeah,
trips.
well, he's in New York in the summertime. We have a week on, week off schedule with the boys. So whenever I have them for a week, he goes up to New York for a week. So he's been spending a lot of time up there.
Did he relate to you that he'd been seeing her up in New York, or that's where they met, or anything of that nature?
He didn't tell me about it, but I feel like he was pretty vocal with like our friends and people probably since December about her being his girlfriend. So
Okay. Who would be his best friend?
when we were still together, he had two best friends. Neither of them are in Tallahassee.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm completely blanking on their last names right now.
That's
There's
okay.
Matt Price, that was his best man at our wedding. And Josh Berman, who, Matt is in DC and Josh is in New York. Actually, he has a friend, I don't know if they're so close, but he and the boys sleep over at their house a lot. They're in Cairo, Georgia.
Okay.
That's probably his closest friend here.
Do you know his name?
His name's Alex Greenberg. He's a veterinarian in town, and they've got kids.
Thank you for becoming a member, Victoria Girl. You're the best. I really appreciate all of your support. It means a lot, and you know how much it means. Thank you.
Around the same age as our kids.
He's a vet here in town?
Mm-hmm. And I think
Do you know
they're
where his
close.
office is?
I don't, maybe in Cairo.
Oh, he doesn't have office in Tallahassee?
I don't think so.
He's a vet in Cairo.
Their house is in Cairo. His wife is a dentist. I don't know if her practice is in town or in Cairo either. His wife is Maya, M-Y-A.
Okay. You're being very helpful, okay, and I know it's hard.
I'm trying, I just
You're doing
can't
fine.
believe what's happening.
You're doing fine. I know it's all of a shock, I know it's coming to you all at once, okay?
I don't know who would do this.
Okay, well, it appears from,
I don't know who would do this. Like that part, just like the hyperventilating on and off, just really grinds my gears. Like it's so annoying. Like oh my god, when is she gonna be arrested? Sorry, that's all I want to know. Like I cannot stand this person. Oh my god. All right, sorry.
from what we've seen so far, that someone intentionally hurt Danny, okay, intentionally. Okay, I don't
You don't
think,
know who it is.
no, and I don't
What if they
think,
come after the boys?
Okay. Yes, Victoria Girl. It's definitely like porno panting. And if you remember in that Jeff Lacasse unredacted video, he said that at one point, I think they were making out, and she just started doing this like and it's like that was so strange. Yes, riding shotgun. Exactly. She that's that's what Jeff described, and so it's like, oh god. It's that part of the Jeff Lacasse interview was so crazy to me that, like, he said, like, what were they making out? Something, and then she just started doing this, like, like panting, like weird, like thing, and it was so weird. Like, who does that? Who? And why? And he even said he thought it was so strange. Like, obviously it is strange.
I don't think that's gonna be, I have no indication at this time that that's a threat, okay? But the boys are gonna stay with you. You're not going back over to Trescott,
No,
okay?
I don't live there anymore.
I know you don't. But the boys are gonna stay with you, okay? And they'll be fine.
I don't know if I can take care of them like this.
All right, where's your closest family at?
My family actually just talked to my brother this morning. My parents are in Coral Springs.
Okay.
And my brother, I have two brothers, but I'm very close to one of them who is in,
Maybe I will try that with my husband tonight. Like, I'll just kiss him or something and just start doing that weird panting porn star thing. Like, it's the weirdest thing ever. Like, it's so funny. And weird. Like, I'm not really good at sneaking, like, recording, because I have tried to do that, like, to prank my husband at times. And I'm not really good at, like, sneakily recording something. He's always like, why are you recording me? And it gives me away. But I want to do that. Like, if anybody knows how to sneakily record people, like how they do in, like, TikTok videos for pranks, let me know. Because I'm really bad at it. But I'm gonna try that. I'll get back to you on that, on his reaction, because that, like, think about that. It's so insane. And also, Jeff said that he wasn't really like, he wasn't sure what was going on at the time when she was doing that. Like, and it was random. It wasn't like she did that all the time, which is so crazy.
in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, all right. So that's where you're from originally, I take it?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
His family's in Canada. Did they know? Did you tell them?
No, they haven't been
Oh
notified
my
yet.
God. His parents are gonna be devastated.
Okay. This is what I want to do, okay? This is what happened, okay? Daniel's been shot, okay? And we have to find out why and who did this. Can you help with that?
I will.
I will try.
Okay. What I want to do right now to try to expedite things, okay, but I need your permission, is I want to take your cell phone and download all the information out of it. Do you have a problem with that?
No.
Funny.
Okay. And then we're gonna make arrangements for you to get the kids, or we'll get the kids somehow.
Oh my
okay?
God.
Because the kids are at daycare, right?
Yeah.
And they're gonna need their mother,
Yeah.
It's-
okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you do that?
Yes.
Okay. I gotta get a form for you to sign.
I'm sorry. That's so funny. It's so freaking funny. Like, you're killing me right now with the heavy panting, moaning, for no reason. Like, was she drinking when she did that? Like, Why would she even do that? Like, it's so weird. I think that was one of the most like weirdest things that I heard from that Jeff Lacasse interview was like the whole panting thing. It's like, why? Like, I'm really gonna do this, guys. Like, I'm really gonna do this, and I'll try to record it. I don't know if I can, but I will try to record it to just see my husband's reaction on that, because that's so hilarious. Like, maybe that should be a new like TikTok trend or something. I don't know. It's so funny. Like, I'm crying.
And then I'm gonna get the phone started,
Oh my
okay?
God. I have a lot of friends.
I know.
How do you know that?
Well, you had two of them up there for a last minute lunch date, right?
Last minute.
Well, I mean, you went up there, you're sitting with them, you have friends.
I do. What I meant by it is that
Ooh, I'm sorry to keep stopping. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry to keep stopping, but the guy that I told you guys about that has mutual friends with her and has his own TikTok account, he said, so he has mutual friends with Wendy, and one of them is one of the ladies that went out to lunch with her, and apparently the police did interview them, and this moment right here when Isom says last minute, and she's like, last minute, like shocked about that. It was true. It was a last minute lunch, and his theory on that was that the Geek Squad wasn't there long enough, so she needed another alibi. So she called her friends at the time that she because she did say before that, oh, like we only we it was like a reoccurring Friday or whatever thing for a lunch date. But this part, like when Isom says last minute, he said, oh, if you could tell, like she was really like surprised that he knew it was a last minute lunch, and it was. And they did interview the two women that she had lunch with, and because I think she was trying to make it seem like it was scheduled, but it wasn't. So that's really interesting to me.
Danny didn't treat me very well, and I'm
Okay.
so scared that maybe someone did this. Not because they hate Danny, but because they thought this was good somehow.
Oh, are you saying that you think maybe one of your friends would have done something
Who
like
would
this?
do this?
I don't know.
Who did this?
That's why you're here, and that's why we're talking. Would you ever ask someone to do something like this?
Not in a million years.
Okay. Do you think someone would do this for your benefit without asking you?
No.
What good does it serve?
Not in a million years. Didn't Charlie say that too? And also Donna? Not in a million years. Yeah, weird.
I made the other, the one, his name's Charlie, the one I'm really close to. He makes a lot of jokes in bad taste, and it was a joke he made. He bought the TV for.
Offrin, can you please do the fake panting thing to your wife? Like, I would, like, I want you to report back too. Like, I think it would be really funny if it was like also a guy doing it back. Like, your wife would probably be like, "What in the world is wrong with him right now.
Me this morning that got broken, and I was talking to him about whether it made sense to pay to fix it or whether I should get a new one, and it was always a joke that like he knew Danny treated me badly, and it was always this joke.
It was Janine.
He said, I looked into hiring a hitman, and it was cheaper to get you this TV, so instead I got you this TV. I mean, he would never. He's my big brother, and he's been taking care of me since I was little, but he would never. And I told that to the repair guy this morning.
Right. That's okay.
I said, he asked me how much it cost, and I said I didn't know because it was a gift, because my brother said it was cheaper than a hitman. It was my divorce present.
Okay.
Such a horrible thing to say. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
But even
It's a horrible thing to say, yet you repeated this so many times to people. Okay. Oh my God. I feel like if you guys are okay with it, like we may have to just go through her interview, because I know we went through all the previous psycho women, but like she's on another level. I know that we've seen this so many times. I just have so much to say about her. And, I know other content creators obviously have done this over and over again, but I just, every time I hear this, it blows my mind. And so if everyone's okay with it, then maybe I can do another live just based on this interview, because I can't stop. Like I can't with her. It's just, it's fascinating, to be honest. It's fascinating that she clearly has so much circumstantial evidence against her, and that she has been living her life to the fullest. Like her best life. She's so if you guys would be interested, I would completely do another live like on her interview. I feel like every time I listen to it, there's something new that's going on, and I apologize for that. I keep pausing so much towards this, but it's also like I'm every time I see this, I'm still just in like shock at the fact that she's still walking around free to this day. And who benefited the most out of all this? It's her. She I just hope she does not ever get away with this. I don't think she will, but I just really hate her a lot.
my family, who felt like I had been mistreated, would never do something like this. Never.
Well, you guys have been divorced for over a year. Has there been any type of abuse in that time?
Towards me?
Yeah.
No. It's, he's litigious, and we have an ongoing case because the house, it shouldn't be in my name anymore, but when we settled the case of our divorce, he said, one of the agreements the court said was, Danny wanted to stay in the house. They said, you can have the house, but you need to pay her half of the amount of what the house is worth. And he agreed to it, and then months passed, and he just never paid me. Okay. And so we have ongoing litigation.
Thank you.
Where I filed a motion in the court to have him pay me what he said he would, and he filed a counter motion for sanctions against my attorney because he thought that she did something wrong, which she didn't. But so, I mean, she withdrew from the case and was going to serve as a witness. I mean, she's not going to.
Thank you for becoming a member, Christina. This is so cool. Like I said, it's just really like I don't have that many people in the chat, but I'm totally okay with that. I just, everyone that's here, most of you guys, I'm just very comfortable with, and I'm completely okay. Like, to me, it's not about numbers or anything like that. It's just that I love researching stuff and I love talking about this, and I love being around people that are the same way. So thank you guys so much. And I'm sorry to keep pausing.
Lash out at him for it. She's using the legal process to do it. My parents are, very angry towards him. But even when they're around my kids, they would never say a bad word about my kid's father. They're really, really careful about that. They just like him, but they know he's the father of my kids. They would never do that.
Right.
I don't know who would be angry enough with him.
Well, that's what I have to find out.
To do something like this.
The brother that you're real close to, I have to do a lot of elimination at the same time. The brother that you're really close to, the one that joked about the TV and everything, what'd you say his name was?
Charlie.
Charlie, and he's in Fort Lauderdale?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me what kind of car he has.
He has like 5 cars.
Okay, tell me all of them.
He drives I think one of them is an unmarked police car.
Oh, really?
He's a bit of a character.
Okay.
So I don't know what he's driving at the time.
Right.
But I'll tell you, he's a periodontist, and he has this practice where he works from early in the morning till late at night. So if you ever wanted to find his whereabouts, he's working all day long until early in the morning till late at night, always driving to a different office, working.
Oh, he goes to different offices?
Yeah, he works in different offices all over South Florida, does implants for people, and he works really hard all the time. He's
Thank you.
So he's pretty much accounted for all the time.
Charlie, was that his first name?
Charlie's his first name.
Not Charles?
I think Charles is his legal name. No one calls him that.
What's his last name?
Adelson.
What's his middle?
J-A-Y.
Same spelling, A-D-E-L-S-O-N.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
What?
What? Oh my gosh.
What?
I can't believe this is happening.
Okay, all right.
I'm sorry, but this part always makes me laugh. Like, she's like, oh my god. Like something just happens, and then Isom gets like spooked, and he's like, oh my god, what? And she's like, I can't believe this is happening. Like, it's I don't know, I'm sorry. This part is just so funny to me every time. Like, he's like, what are you oh my going about?
He works from early in the morning till late at night. So if you ever wanted to find his whereabouts, he's working all day long until early in the morning till late at night, always driving to a different office, working.
Oh, he goes to different offices?
Yeah, he works in different offices all over South Florida, does implants for people.
He was jump scared.
Really hard all the time.
He was so jump scared. Like, every time this part comes in, I literally laugh out loud because it's so weird. Like, let's watch it again. I'm sorry.
He has a girlfriend, so he's pretty much accounted for all the time.
Charlie, was that his first name?
Charlie's his first name.
Not Charles?
I think Charles is his legal name. No one calls him that.
What's his last name?
Adelson.
What's his middle?
J-A-Y.
Same spelling, A-D-E-L-S-O-N.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
What?
What?
let me go get the form for the phone.
Do I need to be read my Miranda rights or something if you're gonna look at my phone?
I can read your Miranda if you want to hear
I don't know,
that.
I'm just trying to make sure I'm being
I have no
protected.
reason, I have no reason at this point to suspect you in this incident, okay?
I couldn't tell from the way you were talking to me in the car if I was a suspect.
Well, no, and the reason was I didn't want to get into everything until we got up here.
Is he
Okay.
still in the hospital?
He's at the hospital, yes. Yes.
And he's alone.
Yes.
And nobody knows he's there.
Well, you know now, and while I'm going to get this phone taken care of, I'm gonna have a victim advocate come in here, and hopefully you can supply her with his parents.
Oh my God.
I'm assuming his parents would be his next of kin.
He's a sister he's really close with.
Where is she?
They're all in Canada. He's Canadian.
Okay. All right, they live in Canada.
They all live in Canada.
Okay.
His family's all in Canada.
Okay.
They're gonna think I did it.
Now, just don't jump to conclusions.
They're gonna think I did it. Yeah, exactly. Is he dead yet? I don't know what to say to anybody. Is he like, I need to know if he's dead. It is a game changer. Oh my word. You guys know that this is just insane. Like, I wish that like more people were into this case. My mom was here yesterday, and it's so hard to tell people in a nutshell this case. But I did convince her, not really convince her, because she, like, before when I have talked about it, my mom was like, oh, it seems like she didn't have anything to do with it and this and that. And yesterday I was like, well, she changed the kids' last names. She moved to Miami 2 days later. She just, the crazy stuff. And my mom was like, oh, that's so crazy that she's not charged yet. I'm like, yeah, Mom, that's what I've been telling you, like, this whole time. I'm not just saying that. Like, this is so crazy. Like, she is guilty as fuck. My God. It's so crazy. Yeah, like, she says, like, she, in this whole interview, she's still trying to, like, figure out, like, is he dead? Is he dead yet? Oh, does he look scary? Like, should I take the kids to see him? Like, she's just, like, fishing for information just to know, like, what the status is. And you can tell that she's frustrated at not knowing that. You can tell that she's, like, maybe not frustrated is the word, but you can tell that she just wants to know what's going on, like, what's happening. Why is he still alive? That's, is he still alive? Is he gonna make it? Is he brain dead? It's insane.
On that.
Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening.
All right, let me go get the form for the phone, okay?
Oh my God.
Sorry, you okay?
No.
I meant to, like,
The foot's fine. Our last interaction wasn't nice.
I didn't mean to, like,
Our last interaction wasn't nice. 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 Our last interaction wasn
Well, you're talking about personal.
I was living here. I didn't want him to take the boys this afternoon. I had wanted to have them. And I talked over with my brother and realized, you know, if their dad wants to take them swimming, it's not worth getting upset over.
Yeah.
He sent me that message at 9:15 this morning.
Yeah.
You were telling me before, when we were riding up here, that the agreement was that you're all gonna have some type of phone call at 11:15 this morning, is that correct?
Well, not exactly, just that we needed
Okay.
to have the talk at some point before, we have to decide before Monday what to do about his school, where Ben's gonna go to school, and he said, I'm gonna be done. I thought it was 11:15, but when we listened to the message, it was 10:30.
Okay.
When he said, I'm gonna be out of, he went to like a workout class at the gym. He
At
said,
Premier.
At Premier.
Mhm.
Said, I'm gonna be out of it by such and such a time, you could call me then. And I called, but I think we could see what time I called him. I thought it was more of like, let's see, recent calls. I called him.
Mhm.
Well, that's him calling in at 9:02. I called him at 11:42 and got his answering machine.
He called you at 9:02?
He called me at 9:02.
Mm-hmm.
The repair guy was there, and honestly, I leave my ringer off a lot of the time, so I didn't even hear the call come in. He left me a message. I called.
Which this part is so weird to me because she says that she leaves her ringer off a lot. And so she missed his call. And to me, it's being a mom, right? Like, I would want to be notified of anything that's going on. If I'm at work and my daughter's in school, like, I at least have my phone on vibrate. Like, I'm always looking at my phone. So, like, the fact that she said her ringer was off, that she leaves her ringer off most of the time, is just so, it's bullshit. Like, it's, and then on top of that, she's supposed to be working, right? So, what if, like, her job needs to contact her? Because I work from home sometimes, and I need to make sure that, like, my job needs to contact me. So her just saying that, she leaves her ringer off most of the time is strange.
I called him at 11:42 and left him a message just saying, okay, I want to talk about school for Ben, and I assume I'll see you at 4:30 today. When I figured he's going to take the kids swimming,
Right.
and he'll drop them at the house at 4:30.
Okay, so in other words, the whole meeting at 10:30 or 11:15
Just
didn't
didn't
happen?
happen.
Right, okay. All right.
Yep.
Let me get this, there's a lot of information on here, okay? It'd probably be easier if I read it to you.
Fine.
Okay, I, Wendy Addison, and I gotta change this.
Adelson.
I know, I gotta change that.
It's okay. It's Adelson.
Actually, it's spelled right, I said it wrong. Adelson. Do hereby authorize and give my permission to investigate Isom, who has identified himself to me as a law enforcement officer with necessary assistance of a digital forensic examiner to make a full and complete search of my cell phone or other digital media, along with data located on additional data sources, locations such as connected to, at, and were at the Tallahassee Police Department. That's the address. I have been advised that law enforcement are engaged in investigation concerning an alleged violation of federal or state law pertaining to a shooting incident. I do further authorize and give permission to take from my cell phone located at 230 47th Avenue.
I'm sorry, is that the police station?
That's where we're at right
Okay.
now, yeah. computers, cell phones, computer peripherals, digital media data, which may or may not have a connection, value, or relevance as evidence in said investigation. The above law enforcement officer has fully and fairly advised me on rights as follows. I have the right to refuse consent of the search of my property. I have the right to consult with an attorney or any other person of my choice prior to giving them consent and permission to search.
Top Cat, I have sent some FOIA requests about her computer, her emails, her phone logs, and I haven't been able to actually get that. So I'm wondering if there are things on there that they can't really share. Yeah, she did have the the student teacher student porn on there, but it's very limited information about what was actually in her phone. And also, they've never really shared Dan's phone information. So it makes me curious to know what was going on. So I think I'm gonna try to FOIA request that again. Now that Donna's trial is over with, because they'll only give you things that have been released as evidence for the current trials that have happened. So if there's something that we don't know about, or evidence that they may need for any future convictions, they're not going to give that out. They're only going to give out what they've recovered for the past trials. So it's a very slippery, like the FOIA request stuff, like you guys don't even know. Like it's you have to be very specific in your wording of what you're looking for. So yeah, but I have wanted to see all of her emails that they have extracted from her phone. I've wanted to see her phone logs, her texts, like just give it to me. Like that's been the one thing that I wanted to see more than anything. I want to see everything that Wendy has they got from her. So I guess I just need to think about a way of wording it well enough so that they can give me all the tea that was on her phone. So yeah.
The above described property. Any cellular phones, computers, computer peripherals, and digital media or data, along with any data located on these items or on additional digital storage locations such items can connect to, found by said officers in the course of their search, can be used as evidence against me or others in a court of law. I fully understand and appreciate these rights and wish it be specifically understood that I'm hereby giving consent permission to conduct the search of the cellular phones, computers, computer peripherals, and digital media data, along with any data located on any additional digital storage locations such items can connect to, solely because of my desire to freely and voluntarily cooperate and assist in this investigation. I have not been promised anything or been threatened or coerced in any way, nor has any inducement of any kind been held out to me in return for this consent and permission to search.
Why is she crying right now?
Okay, can I have your phone now?
Yeah. Stupid question, but
Go ahead.
are you gonna give it back?
Yes, yes, yes.
I feel like I need to help
No,
my
you're gonna
family.
get-
What's going on?
No, you're gonna get it back. It's just gonna, I'm trying to expedite this now so I can get it back to you
I
sooner.
understand.
Be right back.
Okay, so I think I might end this now because I think Wendy needs her own live. And I can keep watching her for the longest time. The whole interview, like I could, like I won't stop. I'll keep watching this whole thing, the whole 5 hours nonstop. So, if you guys are okay with it, let me know. If you want to watch Wendy's interrogation, whatever. And thank you guys so much for being here. It was so cool. Especially to see like everyone that knows me, as much as I know you guys. Like, it was a really cool, fun reunion. It was my first live. I was so nervous about this all day. And I just am happy that I got this over with. Like, this first not interviewed, sorry. This first live, I got it over with. It's all good. And, there weren't that many people in this live, but honestly, that's not even, like, I don't care about that. It was just really cool to have you all in here with me. So thank you so much. And let me just put up these last few lives. Yeah, Jane. Oh my God. Thank you. You guys are literally awesome. Thank you so much. All right, so I guess we will be back and we'll do Wendy's interview again. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Good night.